I used to be a bouncer in a college bar. I wasn't the bruiser type who used their muscles to intimidate. I didn't really have a lot of them. Instead, I had to use my wits and a little bit of bravado when things got unruly. There's nothing more tense than trying to ask people to leave, and someone who doesn't want to stands up and challenges you. There's a scene like that in today's film, Who Invited Them, and while it didn't involve monsters, jump scares, or gratuitous blood and gore, I found it to be one of the more chilling scenes in a film I've seen, having experienced that type of conflict firsthand. Let's talk about the uncomfortable and relatable horrors of Shudder's new thriller, Who Invited Them? Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Who Invited Them is new, streaming on Shudder. It's directed and written by Duncan Birmingham. Celebrating their new extravagant home in the hills of what seems to be LA, Adam, played by Ryan Hansen, and Margot, played by Melissa Tang, throw a party with all of their friends. Well, mostly Adam's friends. But once the party dies down, a pair of guests, Tom, played by Timothy Granaderos, and Sasha, played by Perry Matfeld, linger around the party after everyone leaves. Turns out neither Adam nor Margot know the couple, who reveal that they are neighbors who decided to crash the party. Feeling obligated to continue the festivities for their new neighbors, Adam and Margot become more comfortable and then less comfortable around their peculiar new house guests. Who are these two party crashers? I'm not telling, but it's a whole lot of fun finding out. Who Invited Them might be described as the invitation meets funny games and cheap thrills with a little bit of What About Bob thrown in. Quite the combination, huh? It plays around with a lot of themes involving one's need to fit in, the strengths and weaknesses of marriage, and of course the corruption of trust and family. Adam really wants to be the cool guy, as evidenced by how much he has put into a housewarming party celebrating his new move up in the social scale. This being a horror movie, something comes along and challenges Adam's needs, resulting in some terrifying moments. Adam's insecurity extends to his relationship with his wife, Margot, who used to be a guitarist in a rock and roll band, but was discouraged from pursuing that, seemingly to please Adam. This results in quite a bit of tension between Adam and Margot, and in the night that plays out in this film, it all comes to a head quite devilishly. The tension is played out both tragically and comically as the story goes on, as these two strangers seem to know just what to do and say to cause a rift between Adam and Margot. Ryan Henson and Melissa Tang excel at playing a loving yet flawed couple, but most importantly, a likable couple. It's their flaws that make them so easy to care for, and with the mystery of who or what these two party crashers are lingering through a good portion of the movie, I felt the tension rising with each uncomfortable exchange between the four main characters. Henson plays dopey, but his intentions seem quite noble, if not somewhat archaic in the way he feels like he has to impress those around him in order to achieve happiness. Tang is great too as Margot, who has suppressed a lot of rage, and it comes out in a rather ugly and unflattering fashion, just like Ryan's insecurity. Both actors seem to have put a lot of thought into the complexities of the relationship between their roles. Adding the spice to this flick are the deceptively charming and alien-esque mannerisms of the party crashers, Timothy Granaderos as Tom, and Perry Matfeld's Sasha. Granaderos' performance reminds me of the fake human charm Christian Bale performed so exquisitely in American Psycho. There's just something off behind those cold eyes and the all-too-smooth way he talks. While Sasha uses her feminine wiles to influence Adam and Margot, Matfeld stands out as more than just eye candy, also hinting that there is something very dark underneath the surface. I was most impressed by the way Who Invited Them holds back in revealing just what kind of monsters Tom and Sasha are. The whole way through I was wondering when they would show their true colors, yet the marvelous script makes that anticipation fun to endure. There are a few times when you think the other shoe is going to drop, but it doesn't, and it makes the suspense of it all exquisitely enjoyable. Once we do find out the secret of the party crashers, it's a doozy, and everything explodes into a violent bloodbath. While I found one revelation that Margot makes near the climax to be a little too conveniently discovered, most of the film works like a charm. Even the ambiguous ending leaves you with a sense of harrowing dread, wondering just what horrors are happening as the credits roll. Overall, Who Invited Them is a tense thriller with phenomenal performances all around. It's a film with delicious secrets that are a blast to eventually uncover.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're